not everybody's a pioneer. There are very few pioneers. But everybody who came, I mean, they came from different places in their relationship with the Lord or different church backgrounds or whatever, but they were all, you know, pioneers, I call them, like people willing to take some risks for a greater possibility. We started our church with 40 people, most of whom I had not known. I just started sharing with these people, hey, these are my convictions from the early church that I see and all the study I've done of church history, the church around the world, and I just deeply desire to go after this for me and my family, and I'd love to invite you into it. I have no name, you know, I have no real plans, but I do know we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be about following Jesus, trying to build the church that he wanted to build, the way he told us to build it. So, you know, I explained house church, which was new for all of us. None of us had experienced anything like that. I explained being decentralized, not super program driven, not super building centric. I just explained all these ideas, and to everybody, they sounded great, and we could see it all in scripture, but nobody had ever practiced it. So we had a bunch of renegades who were like, I'll try that. You know, we started this place 40 people on our first Sunday. We had no marketing, no mailers. On Sunday, we would put out some directional signs, but everybody who came here because somebody else invited them. And that's still the case. You know, my thought would be like the way it happened in the days of Jesus. Nobody found out that Jesus was teaching on a mountainside unless one of their friends invited them to come. Nobody knew that Jesus was in a house teaching or healing unless one of their friends invited them. And we saw that happening all throughout Scripture. And I'm like, is it not possible to keep doing that today? And so it just amazed me when, you know, people slowly got this idea that, hey, this is a place for me to grow in my faith and live in community and live out the things of Jesus. 40 people turned into 100, 100 people turned into 200, but then those 200 people started inviting more and more people, and 200 turned into 800 over the next 2 years. And that's how the growth happened here. We haven't changed our approach or strategy, and we won't, because I think the plan of Jesus always was people inviting people.
I think something about Church Project, I think the first Sunday we were there, like George said, that first impression of someone making us feel welcome.
Yeah.
And I said to George, she's gonna remember our names, so we have to come back next week. And it just felt like home for us. Even though we're far away from home, something about it was just, this is where we're supposed to be.
So it was obvious to us for a while that we were heading toward needing another place. But I just knew we need to stay in this general area. We tried to buy the Kroger building and they were only leasing it. But we just prayed and I said, let's ask them again if we can buy it. And I just had a conviction that I don't want us to be focused on the building so much. I don't think a building is bad, but man, I don't want to be spending most of our money on a building. And it was fantastic, man. It was such a special place. More and more people in our city were finding out about it because more people were coming and sharing. So we grew a lot, and 800 people turned into a few thousand people in this building, and we again packed it out. I mean, just so much energy in this place. As our resources started to grow, it started to prove that we were intending to be radically generous and partner with ministries all across our city and plant churches. So as our giving started to grow, we were starting to give significantly. And so the city started to feel the impact of our church then, because, you know, even now, ministry partners that we partner with will tell us, we have more people from your church volunteering than any other church. And they'll say the same thing about giving. You give us more than any other church. And we proved that here. We proposed the idea at our first building when we were really small. We started practicing it a little bit, but here we proved it. When it was time, we knew, again, the same reasons why we knew we needed to leave Timberlock are the same reasons why we knew we needed to leave Kroger, but we didn't know where to go. We started praying, and this came on the radar, and it happened pretty quick. Pruitt Road was a fight, man. But now we just sort of sit back with a little bit of gratitude and encouragement when we see all the things that our building's been used to do. And I miss our old building, but there's no way we would be able to do the things that we're doing now in that old space.
I love that Church Project has been the same since Timberlock.
Yeah.
Just bigger.
Yeah.
I think that is so special.
That's family.
That's right.
Do the family stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and that's why we're here. It's family.
It's home.
Yeah, it's not just us. It's all of us.
Yeah.